Hello everyone and welcome to Prof. Dan's channel. I'm equally excited with majority of you all who are happy that now you can proceed with the next stage in your immigration journey. Now, if you are applying for green card under EB1, EB2, NIW, or EB3, for example, this update is critical. In this video, we're going to compare the latest Visa Bulletin, which is the June 2025 Visa Bulletin, with that of May, and break down how the changes, these are big changes, big movements, how this movement affects your chances to file or adjust your status. Please take notes. USCIS has officially confirmed that for June 2025, you must use the final action date chart. As you can see on the screen, for all employment-based categories, you must use the final action date chart. This simply means you can only file if and only if your priority date is earlier than the posted cutoffs on that chart. And your priority date is peculiar to you, the petitioner with an approved petition. That date, you will find it on the notice of action that USCIS sent to you as your priority date. So let's recap some major things that oftentimes some persons find it confusing. There are two charts released on the Visa Bulletin. One is the final action date, and the other is dates for filing. The final action date is simply when your green card can be approved and issued. Whereas for date for filing is when you, the petitioner, can submit your application early in order to get in line. However, USCIS decides each month which of these charts to use. And again, for the June 2025, it is clearly stated, use the final action date chart. So you can't guess it. You have to use the official chart, or your application could be returned and rejected. Let's take a look at, for the EB2 category, for all chargeability area, including Mexico and Philippines. All chargeability meaning all countries except for China, mainland born, and India, for example. So all countries, whichever countries you are from, and that of Mexico and Philippines, even though they are listed on this chart, this is for you. For the EB2 category, in May 2025 Visa Bulletin, it's 22 June 2023. For the June 2025 Visa Bulletin EB2 category, it has moved to 15 October 2023. That's really a huge progress. I think that's about 4 months jump. Wow, that's great. And we also see for China also advanced by about 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months, from 1st October 2020 to 1st December 2020 for the EB2 category. That's also a great news. However, for the same EB2 for India, it's 1st January 2013 in the May Visa Bulletin, and unfortunately it remains the same in the June Visa Bulletin. So, what does this mean? If your priority date is before October 15, 2023, you are now eligible to file for your green card. And here's the thing. In my previous video, I've always advised, informatively, or say educatively, that you should always stay alert and be prepared, because once you see that you now qualify to move to the next stage, you don't want to waste time. You want to submit your application right away. So here again is an educating advice to some of you all who unfortunately it has not gotten to your turn. It will definitely get to your turn. Please prepare ahead of time. How can you prepare? Try to note what are the things expected of you in processing your adjustment of status, which may include doing your medicals and the likes. You want to make sure you prepare all those documents on ground so that once you see Visa Bulletin released like this and it's your turn, you can submit your application without wasting time or without further delay. Things like this, you have to be very, very proactive. When we also look at the EB3 category though, we can also see that most applicants also saw a jump to February 8, 2023. That's from 1st January 2023 in the May Visa Bulletin. There is a jump about a month. So that's also a good news. China also moved ahead from 1st November 2020 to 22nd November 2020. That's also at least a jump. Every movement counts. So if you are close, just be ready. Now let's take a look at the dates for filing. For the EB2 category, all chargeability areas, including Mexico and Philippines, the date moved from 1st August 2023 to 15 November 2023. That's also a really big jump, about 3.5 month leap. So that's really great. And for China and India, the date for filing also remains respectively from 1st November 2020 now to 1st January 2021 for the EB2 date for filing for China, and for India, unfortunately, it remains the same as 1st February 2013, both for the May Visa Bulletin and the June Visa Bulletin. So this again is quite important. For the EB3 category though, we see that the date for filing remains the same, both for the May Visa Bulletin and the June 2025 Visa Bulletin as 1st March 2023 for all chargeability areas. Now, simply take note that even though you are to use the final action date, this should also make you to start preparing and have a foresight as to it may soon get to your turn. What if in the next release Visa Bulletin, you are asked to use the date for filing and not the final action date? That means, for example, those of you in the EB2 category, if your priority date is earlier than 15 November 2023, you may now be able to proceed. So stay at alert, subscribe to Prof. Dan US Green Card channel to stay up to date and stay informed. On a final note, if your priority date is earlier than the final action date in your category, please proceed to file your Form I-1485 now. Of course, gather your supporting documents. You can watch some of my YouTube videos adjusting your status, and you will see how to fill some of this form. You can make use of them, okay? Now, if your date is still not current, use this time to prepare your evidence and stay alert for the next bulletin, just in case. What if USCIS says use the date for filing? So make sure you stay at alert so that you can always be ready and submit on time. Don't assume things will keep moving anyway. Visa Bulletin fluctuates. Anything can happen at any point in time. All right, stay on top of your immigration journey. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss any monthly updates. Follow us across all platforms for real-time tips and guidance. Now, whether you are petitioning through the EB2 and EB3 or the EB1A category or the EB3, we are here to be of help to you. Always stay informed and reach out if need be. Wishing you all the best and take care. Bye-bye.